Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for a max effort bench press day. But a quick reminder for those of you who watch these videos, please remember to click like down below, be greatly appreciated. So the last couple weeks I'd been messing some with a little bit of McDonald bar benching. I did a floor press with a normal pinkies on the rings grip, and then I did some incline work, and I came to the realization that I'm not necessarily just stronger on close grip, although I'm a little stronger. It just seems to be that my shoulders have finally rehabbed and I had to put in a bunch of tricep work. And guess what? Now that I've rebuilt some of my shoulders up, did some tricep work, I realized my wide grip benching is pretty decent. It's actually pretty decent. I went ahead and just started ramping up. I wanted to see how it feels. And guess what? We got 350. And quite frankly, it looked pretty good. In fact, it was better than some of my close grip work has looked lately against light bands and chains. It was faster, it was cleaner, better bar path. So I feel like in this case, now that I've rebuilt, got through my shoulder impingement and understand what caused all of it, which was pull-ups and chin-ups for the most part. And I've come to, again, realize almost every injury I've ever gotten in training was related to overuse from pull-ups and chin-ups. So I got a nice good 350 paused. I went ahead and decided to do double maxes. I think I'm going to mess with that. I want to mess with an incline or an overhead of some type as a second ME lift on bench days. And we got up to a pretty clean 275 pause. Now keep in mind, this is a high incline. This is a 45-degree incline. This is not a shallow one. So 275 with a pause, I'll take it. I'll take it. And the beauty of it is I felt my delts working a lot on all this stuff, but no real shoulder pain, right? No real shoulder pain. So watch this. Nice good pause. Drive it up. A little slow up through the middle. Not too bad. I also decided we're going to work with mostly 5s and 6s other than smaller lifts for now. I think we're going to see a lot of that on my lower body stuff too. We're going to save the higher rep stuff for, triceps. If I do any rear delt stuff, yeah. Reverse hypers. I want to mess with a little bit more of the moderate rep range. And when I went and did these here, I felt a lot of tricep. Even with my perfect wrist stacking. So what does that tell me? It tells me my triceps have really been what limits my bench the most, not just my close grip, but everything. But we need to build all this up. We're going to build pecs, delts, triceps. But I feel like the pecs will grow just from the pressing. I have a pretty big chest at this point. It'll probably grow just from the flat and the incline benching and whatever close assistance work I do for these. So we came in and did 355 with 275 after hitting the 2 training maxes. And I was pretty happy with that because all the reps were paused. And then I did the same thing with incline, but with 225. And by the way, that's the heaviest incline I've ever hit on camera since being on YouTube as far as a 45-degree goes. So I feel like that's in a good place. All the shoulder and tricep work really paid off. All those front raises, other stuff. But I also realized I can do overhead pain-free. I've just got to be careful with what I do with it. And we have to not try to overextend and do stuff that other people think I should do with it. That's the thing. People will say, well, you didn't do this or you didn't lock that. All this nonsense. I don't care. You guys know what my structure looks like. I've proven it repeatedly on camera with dead hangs and things. These are my ranges of motion. Also, what came up with the incline the other day, someone said, well, if you can't touch your chest with the empty palm incline, you shouldn't be forcing it. Guys, it's nothing to do with my bone structure. I'm not forcing it as far as the chest goes. And I need to be able to touch and pause. Okay, doing partials not against boards or pins on bench pressing of any type is a real bad idea. If it's something like incline. Now, overhead, I can't touch my chest. It's just not possible. Just like I can't do it on a lat pull down or a pull up either. But with the incline, it'll compress down. And why is that there? What's the problem? My lats and traps are too big. Again, you guys have seen me do pull-ups shirtless. My lats are enormous. They get in the way. They have to be compressed like a spring. So I need a little bit of weight on the bar. Now, overhead, I can't really touch. So these are my range of motion. And I tried a couple different grips. And I realized even this slightly wider grip here, this was uncomfortable. This didn't work as well. Felt really uncomfortable for me. Although, maybe I just need to work it a little bit more. Right? We might just need to work it a little more. But I did 2 sets of 5 on these instead of the 3 like everything else. Because again, I need more tricep. I might as well do stuff that works the triceps. Skip front raises. So we went ahead and did barbell rows, which many of you call Pendlay rows. Which again, Pendlay just calls a barbell row. Decided again, do some 6s. So 275 for 3x6. Again, I'll get good deadlift carryover as long as my low back recovers were good. And I think if I just keep the volume moderated and I do my rowing spaced out on both upper and lower days, I think I'll be okay. Try to get at least just 12 sets of rowing. That'll handle most of my grip training, biceps, whatever. If I feel like I need more bicep work, we'll throw in hammer curls. All right, we'll throw in some hammer curls if need be. But, you know, overall happy with this. Overall happy with that. And, you know, after this, I decided let's just do tons and tons of the bands for triceps. Because that's really what built the foundation to get my benching back up, has been the band work. All right? We didn't do that much other stuff, even getting back to that 365 close grip. The 90% of the tricep work was bands. And it works. And this is kind of the point we come to with some of this. Sure, I think I would get some benefit from some skull crushers, JM presses worked in every now and then to get that stretch position, right? Because it may help me out of the bottom of the benching. But really, the bands are what give us healthy elbows. This seems to be what's been building my triceps up. My triceps got bigger. My arms got bigger while doing these early on a couple months ago. And people can argue all they want. And I saw tons of arguments the other day that, these aren't going to build your triceps. Well, they have been. They brought my close grip bench way up. They did make my triceps bigger. They do work. They do help with joint health and elbow health. So, again, why would anyone think that? Why would anyone think that? And the main thing I've got to avoid is just pull-ups. Right, pull-ups and chin-ups. So I can live on rows. Because I looked back before, I didn't have shoulder issues when I used to do strict presses with 225 all the time. Right? I didn't have shoulder impingement issues. It always came from pull-ups. And then once it's aggravated from pull-ups, overhead pressing bothers me. You know? So it's going to be the name of the game. Get strong at every press. Right? Get strong at every press. Get my delts stronger, get my triceps stronger. And like I said, we can always add other shoulder work. Right? I can add other shoulder work as needed. I can add some hammer curls as needed. I can add other tricep stuff as needed. But I think what I'd like to do for a while, because again, the wider grip benching, I am slower. I don't slow it lock out. It's always slower further down. Well, what builds speed out of the bottom of a wider grip bench? Incline and overhead work. All right, that's what builds it. Shoulders, front delts, lats. All right, both the support muscles, the lats, compressive stress, and then of course the delts are the most important primary mover getting it started. Pecs kick in shortly after. So it's going to be the name of the game. We're going to do incline work every bench day. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.